Hi, I'm Dr. Mike, host of the iTunes podcast, Psychiatric Secrets Revealed with Dr. Mike. But today I'm talking about saving money, and specifically I'm talking about netbooks, which are inexpensive computers that may serve your computing needs for less money. Last time I talked about the HP Mini 1000, and although it was a cute little computer, I really saw it more as a toy, something that had function but didn't have a lot of breadth of use. Well, I'm going to talk about its big brother today. This is the HP 2041, or let me get this right, it's actually the 2140, sorry, and it's a larger and more sophisticated version of the Mini 1000. How is it different? Well, the first thing that you'll notice is it has this nice aluminum case, which is a little more sophisticated and businesslike than the plastic case on the Mini 1000. It also has the ports that were missing on the Mini 1000. So as you go across here, you'll see that we now have a VGA port, which is important if you're doing any kind of presentation, another USB port, and separate ports for the microphone and headphone jacks. On the Mini 1000 there was only one port that shared both functions. In the front you have an on-off switch and a Bluetooth on-off switch. On this side over here we have a little express slot, which is very nice if you want to plug in some accessories like a FireWire card or an additional USB port or a TV tuner. Below that's an SD memory reader that was also present on the 1000. Here's another USB port, an Ethernet port, power port, and a locking port. So you have a fuller complement of ports, which really makes a tremendous difference when you're trying to use this computer. If you open it up, you're going to see that it has a larger screen. This is a 10-inch screen as opposed to the 9-inch screen on the 1000. The 1000 screen was just fine as far as I was concerned, but this larger screen is even nicer. Here again you have that famous larger keyboard, larger than on most of these little netbooks. I find that just like on the Mini 1000, however, that the keyboard's a little bit too flat for my liking. I wish it had a little more depression in it. It's kind of hard for me to find my spot on it when I'm touch typing, but I'm grateful that the keys are big. And you have this little unique design of the mouse buttons on the right and left as opposed to below. Something to get used to, not a big deal breaker as far as I'm concerned. This particular computer is using the Atom 1.6 microprocessor, but unlike the Mini 1000, this actually came with 2 gigabytes of RAM, which makes a big difference. It also has a 160 gigabyte hard drive, and it's a 5400 RPM hard drive. There's also a 7200 RPM hard drive that you can get. So this is much more like a standard laptop or even like a desktop. It makes a big difference having that hard drive. You can put a lot of programs on it. It's fast and responsive, and I think it really runs pretty well. So let's take a look at it as far as up and running, and we can take a look at how the screen looks. Okay, here we're on MSN, a nice web page, and you can see it's very clear and very sharp and very easy to read. Obviously you can get the whole page in just the width of the display without any problems whatsoever. So I'm going to go now to another web page. I'm going to have trouble doing this because I'm not very coordinated. Okay. I've gone to another web page. This is called the Badger and Blade, which is a wet shaving site for those people that are interested in such things, which I am. And what you can really see is how quickly that page loaded and how clear it looks. Definitely this computer is capable of playing video. It's capable of looking at your web pages very clearly. No problems at all with that. Some additional features to mention on this computer. It does have a 0.3 webcam up here. Now in the Mini 1000 there was actually a sheet of kind of smoky plastic over the webcam, which made the images very dark. I have no idea why they did that. Actually, I had to remove it to make it usable. This one does not seem to have that problem, and there's also a utility included in the software to kind of manage the webcam a little bit better. The speakers on this one are not as prominent as on the Mini 1000. They're actually below the deck here. I don't think they sound quite as good as the Mini 1000. They're not quite as loud, but certainly adequate and kind of on average that you kind of see for any netbook. So all in all, I think this is a great computer. I think it really does bridge that gap. Price, a little bit over $500, so significantly more expensive than the Mini 1000. At the same time, however, you're getting a computer that really works in an extremely small form factor, almost like a notebook. However, it's not a notebook. Don't forget, it doesn't have that high, the dual core processor or any of that sort of thing. But if you're doing traditional business things like a Word document or maybe an Excel spreadsheet, or if you want to check your email or look up some stuff on Google or even watch some videos or YouTube kind of stuff, this is going to really do it for you just fine. It has the ports so you can do presentations, and yet it's very small and lightweight. So for those basic tasks, consider this computer. I would recommend it. If you want to get something in between this level of a computer and the Mini 1000, there's a lot of other netbooks that are out there that are really good. Samsung makes a computer that's quite good. Lenovo makes a nice little computer, as does Acer and a number of other brands that have the bigger hard drive and other features, but they're a little less expensive than this. One more feature to tell you about this computer: it comes with a 3-cell battery like most of them, but unlike most of them, you can get a 6-cell battery, which allows this computer to run about 7 hours or so with that bigger battery. So that's also a very nice feature that you can use to really make this a usable business class computer. Give it your consideration.